It's such a gentleman's game that I love doing this section.
Allí lo sentaron porque no salía con South Sudán.
Eso es una luchadora de tercera generación.
Ustedes no juntan a Puerto Rico como el deporte lo hace.
And he wins again.
Tenemos un problema grande.
Somos los muchos contra los pocos.
Porque no se supone que esté ahí.
Scotty is just from another planet.
Bueno, a tratar de hacer su nombre.
Tú tienes a Jason Tatum, que viene de ser campeón en Boston.
Es un fanático de los Red Sox, te podrás imaginar.
Ah, papi, ese es el último comentario que leo tuyo, entonces.
Mira,
Tiene que coger la paliza que les toca.
Of course, it's a beast, man.
Aplica. Lo que pasa es que tú no sabes porque tú eres un casual.
Que vive el truco, no necesita magia, papi.
See how the game is letting the future in now.
Thank you for joining We Call Sport Podcast. My name is Nolo Boy, founder of We Call Sports, which our goal is to analyze each sport and share our personal opinions. We will be taking questions and comments of you, our viewers, during the live events. This brings me to my next question. So what sports do you guys cover? Too easy. Currently, we have 2 English programs. First one is We Call Golf on Mondays. Second one is We Call Football on Wednesdays, where Miguel and I will be covering the latest and greatest on the world of golf and football. We also have 2 Spanish programs. On Thursday, we have the main program, We Call Sports Podcast, with John D, G.I. Josh, and myself talking MLB, NBA, Thursday Night Football, boxing, and more. And on Saturday, we have G.I. Josh, John Yen, and Hush X talking wrestling on We Call Wrestling. Hope you enjoy this program. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share to bring you more content. And remember, we don't talk about it, we be about it. Let's go. We are live. Let's go. Here we go. You already know what we do. You already know how we do it.
Already Monday?
Let's go. You already know. Once again, it's Nolo Boy, hashtag Red Cup. And you already know that. It's that time, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time. Once again, it is us, my boy Miguel Golf 101 and Nolo Boy, hashtag Red Cup. All right. What's going on, Miguel? How you feeling today? How's everything going, man?
I am doing excellent. Woke up breathing, still doing it to this time right now. What else is there to ask for? We got a good program for you today. President's Cup just passed by. We do have the different DP tour. You know, we've been talking about that the last couple episodes. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and everything's good, man. Life is good. When you're breathing, life is good. I'm about to golf tomorrow.
Outstanding.
Oh,
Outstanding. It was a great weekend. It was great weekend. Definitely a great weekend of golf. It was action everywhere. It was too much going on this weekend. Like, you couldn't even know where to go. Like, college, Bama in Georgia.
a bunch of different sports going on.
Did you have football going on? Rivalries left and right. The NFL. It was everything. And
baseball still going in.
Baseball, playoffs, everything. But hey, come in, check us out on We Call Sports. We got everything on that. Baseball, everything. Just come in and check us out. You already know how it goes. So, like Miguel said, we got the President's Cup, and we got slightly little touchy in there of the DPW as always, trying to keep you guessing at what we're coming with. But we're gonna go and deep down and dive on the President's Cup. Moving forward, like Miguel says, let's just go at it, man. What you think, Miguel? You ready?
Yeah,
Let's
bro.
go.
Listen, this is what we do. That's why we have
too much action.
Every Monday. People already know what time it is. Monday.
Hey, so we've been talking about the President's Cup for like almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks already.
Yep. Pairings. Who do we like? Who we don't like? Who's missing?
Miguel hit a couple of them. Hit it on the spots about pairings.
Yep.
And Miguel, this first day of the President's Cup was not a gentleman's sweep. It was a sweep by the Americans in the first day. So just to break it down before I pass it to you, let me break it down for everybody like to grasp how everything works in here, right? Let me put this down because I want to mess my stuff up. So basically there was foursomes and 4-ball play. Okay, foursomes are alternate shots between each other. So it's a team of two, like you see it right there, and then they go out there, they hit one shot each other. One comes out of the tee. The following one, for example, if Miguel hits out of the tee, I get the second shot, and then after I hit, Miguel's get the other shot. So that's how it goes with the foursomes.
Alternative shot.
Yep. Or it's
I
better
try to
known.
explain to explain to that to my boy. And
yeah. So it's called foursomes or alternative shots. So it's a 2-man game. So it's the way to go. So then you have four balls, right? 4-ball is everybody's team their own ball. Everybody's team their own ball, and whoever scores the lowest wins the hole.
Takes that score to the lowest two.
That's correct. So just to give you perspective, there were 5 foursomes matches on Thursday, which is the ones that you see right now in front of you, and then there was another 4-ball matches on Friday, and then on Saturday you got 1 and 1, 1 in the morning and then 1 in the afternoon, and then on Sunday it's singles. It's you against the other person. All right. So just beware. This is the format that the President Cups play out of, and it's been playing out for like 14 years, and this is the 15th edition of the President's Cup. So without further ado, the first day the Americans came out blazing, right, Miguel? So talk to me about that first day, and how was that?
Well, first of all, yes, Nolo nailed it on everything he said right there. I just try to add on a couple additions. Remember, the President Cup began in 1994, right, up in Virginia, over there in Prince William County. So, and the competition became in the United States International, right? It's because it was held every 2 years, right? This is held every 2 years as well. I wanted to add that on. And then it's 12 players apiece, right? So 12 and 12, just so everybody can know, just in case these matches don't add up sometimes, but not all of them play. So just in case you guys want to know that as well. And it's 30, and just to you guys to know, it's 30 points, right, up for grabs. So that's what they're going for. Whoever gets to 15 plus, obviously 15 and a half will win it, because obviously it's going to be 15 and 15, right? So once you get up to 15 in 4 days, it's basically over. And so
first seed again at 15 and a half.
Yeah, 15 and a half, just in case everybody want to know that. The fourth, like Nolo said, alternate shot, all that stuff. Pairings and all this right here that we're seeing on our screen right below us. Wow, yeah, some pairings I kind of like wanted to see them. Some pairings I think I got them, some pairings I don't. But this was fireworks. Whoever saw this weekend, this week off, this fireworks from the beginning, blazing hot. Everything was crazy. So the first shot, right? Bro, listen, Scheffler from the bunker dunking it.
Yep.
Matsuyama, foot away, dunks it, boom, right after the. But before that, Homa on his first tee versus Hughes, 103 out, eagles it. First hole, Jason Day comes out of the bunker and 12th hole, eagles right in front of for Xander. Xander was whooping on him for a minute. He kept in it the last couple holes. He kept in it. He was 5 over. He was fine behind. He chipped it. He stayed in from a bunker. Bradley missing his putt. Siwoo Kim missing his to continue the game. You know, obviously Bradley wanted to make his putt and finish it there, but obviously it was down to a miss. So then it came down to 15 and a half to 9 and a half. Obviously, American taking it again. The International hasn't won it since 1998. They tied in 20 and 03. So they haven't won this. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. Listen, it went sweep the first day. Here comes the International, sweep the American.
Yeah, we're gonna jump on that right now. So the first day itself, I think the pairings were excellent for the Americans, and it was extremely awful for the international team due to the INTs not pairing them well. Like, I think the coach out of the first day, he got like a certain sense of vibe in there. So whenever he got that vibe, he was like, "Yo, wait a minute, my pairings were not that good." Obviously, he got swept in the first day, so he got better on the second day. And actually, what really works, what I liked about the first day is that they put Henley, the rookie. By the way, for me, Russell Henley, and listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now, ladies and gentlemen. Russell Henley is gonna be a beast.
Earned your respect.
He's gonna be a beast
He
next
earned your
year.
respect.
Listen,
We'll
Russell
see.
Henley,
We'll see.
I told you so. That's all you're gonna hear from me.
He's cold.
Russell Henley.
He's cold and hot. He's cold and hot. He's
Yeah.
cold and hot.
Russell Henley, I think out of this last 2 weeks,
He showed up. He showed up to this
from
tournament.
being in the tour. In the tour, he was in the top. I think it was top 10. He finished in the tour, and he also came in here as a rookie, and he delivered. He carried literally Scheffler. All right, he carried Scheffler. Okay, I just want to let you know, Scheffler came out and said, "Man, if it wasn't for him,
He did a good job.
we couldn't pair it up. We couldn't make it happen today." So once again, that pairing was the one that really kind of I was like, that's kind of shaky for me. It's shaky.
Remember, and look who they played.
pairing.
Look who they played with Tom
Yeah.
Kim and Jay
Yep.
Aim. They went a lot of back to back, like back and forth with putting and screaming
Yep.
at each other. You remember all that?
Yeah,
That
but
was good.
the perfect pairing for Tom Kim is gonna come next day. So, but that team wasn't that bad. I actually like the Matsuyama and him, but we're gonna jump into
Who was
that.
your
But
favorite?
first,
Who was your favorite? Who was your
For-
favorite out of those?
in
Let's go
the
American.
first day
Let's go to American. Yeah, let's go to Americans. Yep. Who was your favorite pairing that you saw and
that
said,
I
"Wow,
liked,
that is a good
that I
pairing"?
liked, I really
Yeah,
liked
that-
Tawny Finau and Sander that you called that
I
one.
didn't I
I
call
really
that
did.
one?
Yeah, you called
that
that one.
sounds
You
like a
called that
battle.
You called that one. That was a perfect pairing. I really did like that pair. That pairing
Didn't
really.
I
Yeah, you
think
did.
we
No,
gotta
you
go
did
back
call
on
that.
film.
You did call that one. So that
And I
one was
think I said
that
because
was
of his
really good.
strides and his second shot of Xander. I think that's what I said.
Yeah, it was pretty good, man. It was really. It didn't matter how they rotated, man. It was awesome.
How about Colin Morikawa and Theegala? I think you said Theegala and
Marikawa, I think I don't know if I called
think
that
you
one,
said
but
Cantley.
yeah.
You said something about Theegala.
Yeah, but I think the one pairing that really did impress me was, like I said, Tawny Finau and Sander, and the other one was Henley and Scheffler. Those four impressed me the most. Marikawa and Tigala, yeah, I called that one. I kind of felt like that one, but I really didn't. I didn't like the day two pairings. Not because they got swept, but because we're gonna talk about them right now. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, day one was all the Americans. They were just blazing hot. There were no way. I didn't like the international team. They feed a lot from the people around, and there was almost the crowd was more American the first day than anything else. And it's not because of that that they won, but actually, whenever it's like any NBA game or whatever, the crowd feeds you in. So it's like same thing in golf. So especially whenever it's the President's Cup, Ryder Cup, all that, like you feel the atmosphere is tense, like you feel like all hyped up. It's just not like your regular PGA tournament. It's something else. So that was day one. Jumping to day two, that Miguel was saying that they just came out hot, blazing. So day two. So day one, they got 5 points. Day two, and they got swept. The INT.
They got 0 points.
So they came out,
like that, ladies and gentlemen.
They came out for the first time in the history. They came out and they actually delivered the INT. They gave him back that sweep. Here you go. Thank you for coming.
Yep. Now Raven, Steven.
Yep. Thank you for coming. And this is whenever everything changed in the Ryder's Cup.
Like, look at these pairings now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you take Finau with Wyndham Clark when you know that those two literally guaranteed you points the first time? That was like I would not separated those two for sure. Not. They kept Scheffler and Scotty. I mean Scheffler and Russell
and Henley. Yeah. So Henley and Scheffler, they played together the whole tournament. That pairing was, like I said, that was the second one that impressed me. What I didn't like on the American side, what I didn't like is what they put Clark and Finau together. No,
That's what I'm
water.
saying. No,
That one was
that's
no.
not the
And then you
pairing
put
right there.
then you put Homa and Hartman together. A rookie with a person with Homa that is not playing his best golf right now. So
No,
he's not playing his best golf right now. Then you got Herman. They only lost by one, but either way, that one somebody else could have got it for them, and they probably got even. Ladies and gentlemen, if you finish your 18 holes and you are even, you every team gets half a point, half and half.
but
If you complete
Mhm.
at the end of 18, so by them winning by one, that's huge. That's huge. So the Tigala and Marikawa,
they stayed together.
they stayed together and worked the
The
first
Gala
day,
showed up on the last day.
but
He
but
showed
the
up.
problem was Adam Scott, and then Adam Scott making shots, and then
Mm.
Pedrith, he felt the pressure.
Pedro,
He yep,
he
yeah,
was
Pedrith, he felt the pressure.
on
He
one.
he got like one or two water balls at the end of the tournament. So rookie as well. So we will see. All right. So it was kind of
Yeah.
crazy. I was mad. because I was
Patrick
mad.
Cantley and Xander. You know
I
how
was
and
mad.
they played together already though. But that's what
Yeah,
it is.
I was mad
But that was
because
just not the time.
the internationals didn't put the Canadian pair with Connor and Huge, big thing. I was mad because he didn't pair him up together the day before. That could have changed something over there instead of getting swept. So Connor and Hudge, both Canadian, they both went to college at the same time. They both turned pro at the same time. So it's like they know each other so much. So it was crazy. That pairing against Clark and Finau was outstanding. They were
Yeah.
going back and forth. It was pretty awesome. Like the day two, Tom Kim went crazy, even though he didn't play. He was in the sidelines going crazy, pumping people up.
Jason Day, I would
Yep.
have kept Xander on Jason Day still, because Jason Day took that one, and Xander would have at least contempt him. And
And
Xander
it was
nemesis.
it was okay. That's what I did. That's what
Mm,
bothered me though. It was this pairing. Why you didn't keep this pairing in some of the in the INT like for the following day? Did you already had the
yeah.
recipe? You already had the recipe already. So why not keep it away the same thing? So the second day was the whole show was the comeback of the INTs. So that was the best thing that happened for me. Like that could have
That
trapped
was a good comeback for
any
them.
any first timer that you see in this, and you hear the story coming in, and you already know what's going on. And they got swept yesterday, but then they come the
Oh,
next day and they swept them. The INT
that's
swept the Americans.
huge.
Oh my god. That was a game changer. Like Saturday, I couldn't wait for
Now
Saturday.
it's 0-0.
Yep.
Let's go.
So it's 0-0. It started
All
back
squared
over
up.
again. So let's go to the third day. And the third day they played twice. They played in the morning and then play in the afternoon. So in the morning they played the foursome. So remember the foursome. How
There's
it
two
goes.
different foursomes.
Yep. So it's the alternate foursome. All right. So it's called foursomes or alternate shots. You can say that. Okay. So then look who they come with. They come again. Harmon
Homa
and
and
Homa.
Homa. Why
So
would
they
they?
lost.
I don't even
On
get it.
Saturday. They lost on Saturday. They lost on Saturday, Friday, and Saturday. So back-to-back losses. Like, and
Bad
then this
pairing.
time they got this one. This time they got swept.
Bad
So
pairing. Yeah.
this time they got swept. Come on now, like, and on top of that, remember also something I want to bring up to the people that are watching. The pairings actually come during that at the end of the day. So,
I'm gonna go to press
Thursday pairing came out on Wednesday due to the fact that the whole tournament was going to start, right? The players knew. But on Thursday afternoon, while they was finishing their matches, they come out and talked about the lineup for Friday. And then Friday afternoon, whenever they finish, then they come with the lineup in the morning. And while the morning lineup is finishing, they give the pairing for the afternoon. Okay. And then afternoon, whenever it's done, then you give the pairing for Sunday for them to go to the singles. All right, so that's how it goes. They don't come 2 days or 3 days out. So it's one. So the international go first, and they pick their two, and then the mic goes to the US team. They pick two, so those two are going to be pairing. So then it goes back and forth like that. It's not they prep this 2 days, 3 days before. No, they don't do that. They do the pairings right there and then. But what Rurik was saying that this time for him, Furyk was saying that this time for him was better because he was better prepared. He already had his pairings already kind of lined up. So he was
because he already knew,
yeah. By the time that he actually pushed the pairings out and said and shows his pairing, he already got the people that he had. So for him, it was pretty easy. For the internationals, was kind of shaky a little bit, but they got it through. So here we go. Day 3.
How about Scheffler and Tom Kim on this chart? They put Patrick and Xander on Siwoo Kim and both Kim, just to get two quieter guys that's not routed, and so they don't. So if they get routed back and forth, they don't have to go jab by jab. When we have two quiet guys that's just going to do their job perfectly, versus two guys that's looking for the fight, looking to poke you so you can poke at them and get them amped up. That I kind of agreed to it, but obviously Xander is right. We're talking about second in the world. We're talking about second in the world with somebody that's patient, that won a couple tournaments already on the tour. Patrick won this year, so versus somebody that's a young buck and he's all hyped up all the time versus Woo Kim. They go good together. They kept Scotty with Henley again versus, and guess who they paired them up? You got to put the best with the best, right? So they go with Scotty with Hideki. Like that right there is warrior versus warrior right there. Let me tell you how these two guys, when they meet, that tension is there. You better believe that Hideki Matsuyama is like, this is the kid that they're talking about, and Scheffler's like, this is the guy from the other side that they're talking about. Okay, let's see. Even if they're in a foursome, I'm guaranteeing they're like, okay, we're gonna go at it today. We're gonna see this. At least the world's gonna see number 1 and number 3 go down. You know what I'm saying? Like we're in the shelter.
Yeah, no, and it was good. Actually, out of the 4 matches, the 4 matches, the most interesting, the most drama, the most charismatic, the most action and screaming was the Kim, the Siwoo Kim and Tom Kim. Yeah, that third matchup, which only was won by 1 shot. Listen, it was at the end. Tom Kim had a chance to tie it, to get half a point, and he missed it. So at this point, it's 11-7 by the end of the third day. So in the morning of the third day. So actually, I'm sorry, on the afternoon of the third day. And this goes crazy. So coming this out in the afternoon, and I think I jumped one, but it's okay. We're gonna jump on it in a minute. So in the afternoon, problem with the afternoon for me. Problem with the afternoon for me was Hartman and Max Homa. That messed me up. The other pairings, Cantley and Sander, that should be a pairing for years to come. The rest, it's like the captain, the future captain said. The captain, which is going to be Bradley. Bradley's, by the way, let me clear something out. Miguel told me why Bradley is the captain. Bradley will be the captain moving forward. They gave him the moving forward. He's the captain. He's going to be the future. He's going to be the future Furyk. For the writers, the captain is going to be Bradley. Okay? But right now, the captain of USA is Furyk. Does it make sense now? So now we good on that part. So Harman, Homa, wrong pairing. No disrespect to Harman.
Marikawa and Burns.
Harman did a good job. We understand that coming out, it is crazy. The first time, his rookie. And we know Nerves is going to be in there, but I don't think that pairing was the best pairing. I would have put either Tigala with Homa or I would have put Tony Finau with Harmon, so or something like that. But I would not put Max Homa with Harmon like that. Like
I would
that
have
for
put
me
Sam
didn't
Burns. I
make
would have
sense.
put Sam Burns with Homa.
Oh no, man! Sad Burns played awesome with Morikawa. That's
He-
another pairing. That's another pairing that you must keep together. Those three right there, man. The recipe is given already. The
Sam
recipe
Burns
is
played. Sam Burns played really well in this
yeah.
Presidents. I'm really
You
impressed
gotta
by him.
find a
He came in
pairing.
hot.
You gotta find a good pairing for Tigala, and you gotta find a good pairing for oh my god, who was the other guy? It was somebody else that was not making it happen. Bradley was good, but I think another pairing for Homa and for Tigala, and they will be good to go. Like Batia would have been great, a great one. Like
I tell you, I tell you what though.
go but
I tell you what. That next year, I mean, next in Chicago,
the
next 2
Ryder
years from here.
the Ryder Cup, yeah, the Ryder Cup. You talk about next year the Ryder Cup, or you talk about the next
No,
President Cup?
next President Cup 2 years from here, the President
Okay,
Cup.
yeah,
The big elite got they got to give it a good hurrah, or else they're not ever going to believe that they're going to beat the Americans in this, at least in this tournament. They really Rory's going to have to play, Fleetwood's going to
Yep.
have to play. The
No,
big
but
dogs versus the big dogs next year, and they couldn't
yeah,
this year. Obviously, it's some other stuff. We understand that we got the news, but they're going to have to play next year to able to get this from the Americans. I don't see
yeah. So a lot of
the
to
international.
back up Miguel, this is the problem. The rule states like this. I'm gonna go to the rule. A lot of people were like, oh, why, like me and Miguel, we was asking like, why is Victor Hovland not here?
Yep,
Why is
to the
Rory is
news.
not
We
here?
got the news.
So the official rule states the automatic qualifier will be the top 6 eligible for the international team, excluding those eligible for the European Ryder Cup, and it's obviously is by the world rankings, the standings after completion of the 2024 BMW Championship. At the players who lost their spot on their international team because of the rule, such as Rory, Victor Hovland, and Oberg. Remember Oberg? That guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they would, if they take that rule out, Rory and Oberg and all them would have played. But due to the fact that the rule states it like that, if you're eligible for the international players, excluding those eligible for the European Ryder Cup team, and that's whenever they got them. So that's why they couldn't play. So if they take that rule out, we would have a way better competitive feel for the President's Cup. But the biggest one is the Ryder Cup. Everybody go crazy, which is the same format as the President's Cup, but they got more matches. Okay, so however, that's what I'm saying. I wish that they can alternate that rule and make this a big event. We want to see the big ballers in here. So once again, day three afternoon matchups was great, and I forgot to mention the morning matchup if I'm not mistaken. So let's go to the morning matchup right quick. So this was in the afternoon. Let me grab the morning matchup right quick. So in the morning matchup, look at this.
Ooh, look at that pair up! Holy moly, Scheffler Morikawa.
Scheffler Morikawa. They play 4-ball, so meaning that
Elite
one hit
iron
one,
players.
the other one hit the other one.
Wow,
So
elite.
so they ran with it. So for the first time in the President's Cup history, the same pairing that they play in the morning, the international play the afternoon. The same pairing. They didn't change nothing.
Now they got this. Now they got this one right a little more. They got this one a little better.
Yeah,
this is a real good line jump.
So Tony Finau and Sander, killers.
Forget about it.
Bradley and Clark. Clark has a bad, like you. I know Miguel that you was waiting for him to have a breakout on this tournament. It wasn't the case. It really wasn't the case. Clark was frustrated. He didn't play to his best of his abilities. So I think I don't know. They came out
with the no. They didn't come out with the W.
I would have paired Tigala and him.
And who?
And see and Clark. See how it went. See how it went. How it goes, because like every time Clark played, he lost all of them. But the first day, I believe he didn't play in the first day.
The
Let me see.
one I'm really surprised that Hideki lost in that one. I would have thought.
My bad. Did he play in the first day? I'm trying to figure that one out. Let me switch it up. Right. Let me hit the switcheroo up on you. Yeah, he played in the first day. He played with Bradley the first day.
Mm-hmm.
Then he played with Finau. You see, they didn't put our boy with him. So that was a big problem right there. So that's a good pairing to maybe check here in the future whenever Clark comes back, because I think Clark will make the team again. So I think Tigala, once again, you can pair with Clark. Even Bati, you can play with Clark. And Clark is a really heavy hitter as well. His putter struggles at times, but man, talking about bad outing for him, it was crazy.
Cantley
And Cali, man, they did pretty good, man. Sam Burns, for some odd reason, man, you can pair with anybody. Like he played here with like 3 different guys. Like he's one of those guys that's just, I can play here with him, I can play with the other guy, I'm good. Like I just
but I can't believe he beat Hideki though. Wow.
Hideki is a beast, and Hideki had a chance. Hideki missed like 2 putts or 3 putts, like 4 feet from the hole. He missed them. So Hideki gave that to them. And then the second one, he actually went a water ball. Had a splash.
Did he?
Yeah, he had a splash during that match too. That's whenever they lost the hang of the match. So once again, I call it the Kim brothers, but they're not brothers. So the Kims were a beast.
They stay together again, huh? Yeah, they stay together again.
Yeah. So they stayed. That's the team to beat. Like that from the INTs, that's the team to beat. And I guarantee you they will be there for the Writers' Cup, and they will pair them up in the Writers' Cup. I'm gonna tell you right now that book that thing in. And then
Adam and Taylor, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. And then Connors and Hughes, the Canadians, once again, they almost pulled it off against Tony Finau and Sander. They were pretty good.
No, they went up the elites right there. They went up versus.
So that's another pairing for the internationals that you must keep. Those 4 right there, the 2 Canadians.
Yeah,
and the Kims. The Kims, you have to stay. Those are a great recipe, man, right there.
Matter of fact, team wise, you throw McElroy in there with Holberg and Fleetwood.
All right, just imagine to put Matsuyama and Rory.
Ooh,
you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You will be like,
you gotta go Xander and Scheffler.
But you know what I'm saying, and so it's all about the pairings right now. So you already, as the international, you got to have your homework already. So you already kind of know what's going on, how it's going to play. So Canada, the Canadians, bro, you got to keep it together. The Kim brothers together. They already know that recipe works. They won. That was the only team in the morning in football that won. That's it. Nobody else. And in the afternoon, they ran into a wall with the 2 former with Cali FedEx Cup winner, right? And then you hit the number 2 player on the wall in the world, and you hit that wall with those 2 in front of you. So they almost pulled it off. They only won by 1 shot. So I gotta give it to the Kim brothers. Those 4, once again, this first time in history this is done. Like the INTs play the same pairing in the morning for foursome, and in the afternoon for foursome, and in the morning for 4-ball. So they actually played it like that. So it was risky, but it came through. Adam Scott, the 40-year-old man, he was dead at the end of the day because he played both games.
And he's played a lot of already President's Cup already. So
yeah, and he actually lost the morning one and came back and got redeemed himself in the second, and that wasn't even close. Once again, Harman and Homa. So at the end of the day, this who actually won. This was the singles. Miguel, in the singles, what you like, what you didn't like in the pairings on the singles.
Well, who they paired him up with? because
So
remember,
I have. So let me tell you the pairings, and you tell me if there were good or not pairings. So from your point, all right. So on the pairings, I got Sander going
and Jason
against
Day.
Jason Day. Yeah.
Yeah, well, listen, that's that's the perfect match you can put up with for Jason
Yeah.
Day. Jason Day's an
That
elite player. Look, Jason Day
that's the
just been
only
on the
one.
hump. He's been on the hump. He's been, but don't forget about Jason Day in his day, right? Back
Mhm.
in his day,
All right.
he's the elite player, and he's still trying to see. He's still struggling a bit. He went through an injury. He got his wrist a little bit messed up as well, but he's
Yep.
still an elite ball player. You have to put him up with somebody that's going to compete really high in this level, which they put from second place in the world, right? So then we
Mhm.
got Sam Burns and Tom Kim. I think that was a great pairing. Sam Burns had a comeback, and he putted his lights out. He putted a lot of long putts
And
to
remember,
actually stay
whatever
around.
whatever they pick, USA Sander, Sheffley, and then international says Jason Day, right? And then
You
the international says
know,
Tom Kim,
say,
and then and the United States say
so it's tough
Sam
to
Burns.
be like, oh yeah, so it's tough to be, oh, I was gonna pair him with this one, but maybe he
Yeah,
couldn't. But
yeah, just to
a
keep
lot
it
of them
50,
probably,
just to keep it fair.
but I'm sure a lot of them knew because Shefflin Hideki, come on,
Yeah,
again,
Sheffley,
nothing
whoever
that the second, they went through the fourth day, the four
hmm?
man, and they were like, oh, here you are.
I
Now
told
going
you,
on to the,
I
no,
told you,
I
you
told you
asked me. Yeah,
I was gonna play you. This is like now we're 1-on-1. Now we're gonna see who's better from
he
one
was
side to
the
another. I'm
he
telling you
was
that
the
match was
only one,
amazing.
the only one
That
that could
match,
step up to him,
yeah,
the
the only
only
one.
one.
You got to pick one for one, right? You got to pick the top dog versus the Goliath versus Goliath. That was it right there. And the match went so crazy. A chip in from a dunk chip in when Matsuyama was a foot away for his
Mhm.
birdie.
Yep,
Here comes Sheffield, dunks it, bro. The crowd
yep.
goes, oh,
No
holy.
man,
Didn't
it was
even
crazy.
believe it that
Yeah,
he dunked that.
it was crazy. There was the Sunwoo Kim, I think it was, or Min Wooly. No, it wasn't Min Wooly. It was Sawo Kim. So Sawo Kim, like the chipping out of the rough right next to the hole that he just pointed in to win the hole and force
And
a,
the first,
a
yeah.
yeah, force another hole, because if they would have tied,
It would have
or
ended up there. Yeah.
it would have ended up right there. So it was crazy. So that was an appearance on the singles. What are these singles, Migo, that you saw that you really like about this one? The one that took you eyes.
The Tikman that played I'm telling you, even though I want to say Tigala because he put it out, lights
Hmm?
out, he did a couple, he had to come back, and he did. And then I want to say Tigala, but he came back for the tie, which is,
It
but
was
but the, man, it's just Goliath versus Goliath. That was such an awesome match. But Hanley put up a match. Hanley put up a really good match. They were
I
going
tell you,
strike for strike,
he
strike
was
for
the
strike.
rookie. He was the rookie that stand the hell out. And that's
But
one
then,
of the ones that we was not counting on, man. We was not
but
counting
I'm
on it.
glad. But I'm glad. You know who else I'm going to talk about? I'm glad that Max Homa showed up because they were going to doubt him. A couple more
Yep.
bad games. They were going to start doubting Max Homa. Why is he still there? Why is he still there? You know what I'm saying? But thank God
Yeah.
he came in, he came through, and now he got his name back. He just needs to win a couple tournaments this year coming up, man.
Yeah. Tony Finau started hot with center and then got a little bit to the cold side of
Yeah,
the house. His chipping was pretty good as well whenever he was with Sander. Unfortunately, on the single events, he did okay, but Corey Connors, like the Canadian, was like killing it.
Huge did really good things too. Mackenzie Huge, he
Yeah.
did really well. He played he played good.
So to decide the actual outcome of the tournament, the President's Cup, was the captain Keegan Bradley. Whenever he won that point, he actually put the United States at 15.5. So that was after Keegan Bradley down. Everything else was just extra. At that point, we already knew that. Excuse me. That the the U.S. already won the President's Cup. It was a good thing to see that nobody laid out, so they started playing better and they started going at it. They already knew that they won. You could have seen Sander already smoking the cigar and enjoying his time watching the other ones play. Like they were already like enjoying it. One little incident that happened, and it was in day 3. I forgot to mention was that I forgot his name. I think it is Tom Kim. So Tom Kim had like a punt, like a 3-foot putt. And then they were like, he was like, usually you give it to the other guy, to the other team, like, yeah, you good. You
Oh
can take
no,
that. You can bring it up. No, they didn't give it to him for nothing.
At,
He was
at
so
those
he
point,
made it.
at that moment.
Yeah, so he went out there, standing in there, knocked it in, and then he went to the crowd like, "What the hell?" Look, and then he put the putter down. He put the putter down just to measure, like, yo, it's like a putting, like it's as long as the putter. Like, what the hell is this dude thinking about? Like, what? And then he pumped up the crowd.
It's inside the grip. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You gotta be
so like he was like pumping the crowd up. What you think about that moment? Because you think that was disrespectful, or you think how was that?
No, listen. At the end of the day, it's competition, and it's a mind game. When these competitions go back and forth, it's a mind game. It actually absolutely puts a mind game because remember you were expecting this to be give, so now you got to put it. Now it's just testing you, your mind's trying to testing you that it ain't over, and I think they did it to them too. That there was a point at one point that they did it to them. That's why I think they did it. And when he put the putter down, I don't think that was in the friend zone. I'm not giving that putt. And me and you are out there. Me and you, I'm not giving you that putt. I'm sorry. That was not in the. He pointed it out, but it was not inside the grip there. I don't think it was inside the grip.
I think it was inside the grip. But don't you think it happened because at one point they walked off one of the holes, they walked off, the international team walked off
that's what
before they ended the hole.
It gets to the point that it gets a little more serious. So it's what it is. It is what it is.
They were feeling, you gotta understand, like Tom Kim says that that's how I play back home, and that's how I felt like playing. No disrespect, no disrespect to the U.S. team or nothing like that, but the emotion and stuff that he was expressing out there, he was fist pumping, jumping, hitting the Kim, the other Kim.
He was trying to bring it. He was trying to bring it. He was trying to bring it.
They made it emotional, man. I liked it. I like that. You barely see that on golf. You barely see that on golf. So that was great. The Americans was like, yeah, go ahead, have fun.
Furyk said, right? That's why Furyk said, hey, I hope you keep that same energy the next day.
Yeah, I hope you keep it during the weekend, so because you're gonna need it. But it was an outstanding outing. I love the President's Cup. I love everything of it.
It was a great.
It was great. It was beyond
what I was thinking.
Yeah, the U.S. won, the champions already for the 14th time. They only won it once, right? If I'm not mistaken, they're international. Only once. So like they keep going at it, but once again, I just wish they could let like Oberg and Rory, all these cats play due to the fact that that's whenever the league is out there. But they're gonna play in the Ryder's Cup. If they're eligible to the Ryder's Cup, they actually cannot play on the President's Cup. Technically, that's what the rule said. No boy didn't say that. It was the rule that said that. Okay, so that's how it goes. So that was great. But for that time, for those that was waiting last week, we couldn't make it happen. But this week, we do got that lesson coming in. You know what I'm saying? So we got golf 101 with Miguel. This is whenever Miguel is gonna go out there and bring it in and make sure you guys go ahead and get it. Get the golf 101 with Miguel, which he's gonna give you a etiquette and a rule for you guys to go ahead and enjoy it. All right. Without further ado, golf 101 with Miguel. Let me go ahead and get it.
All right. So obviously, right? On golf 101. This is a segment of me telling you a rule. If you're gonna either start golf, you're ready to golfer. Obviously, the professionals. I don't need to talk much. You probably don't know all these rules, but whoever's just walking into the game, they're they're about to learn the game, they want to learn a little more about the game, or they're just hooked, just like me, that I keep on learning every single day. I want to give a quick etiquette. I give a quick etiquette and I give a rule, just in case you guys, you can pile up these rules, you pile up these etiquettes, and then go out there and you're ready to go play golf at your local course or wherever you're going to play. My first etiquette, and it drove me up the wall when I went to play the other day. It's a simple one. It's a simple one. Okay? But be effective on it, because it does mess up somebody else's putt. When you're on the putting green is the really low cut part of it. Whoever, this is your first time ever going to play, or you're going to play, there's a green with a flag in a hole. That's called the green. There you're going to be you ought to be super dedicated on this. You ought to think that it's a white rug. Let's put it like that. A nice cut white rug. And you don't want to go over there to your white rug and be all dirty, and when you get out the bunker, kick your cleats off to the side so you don't have to put all that sand on top, right? Because you have loose impediments, you have rocks that's inside of your way. But a big one that I just ran into the other day is the cleat marks on the green. When you're walking on the green and you feel like you drag your cleats onto that green, it's going to make a mark and it's going to pull up the grass. Just go back and putt that down. Just pat it down, okay? All you got to do is pat it down. And if you think your club hit that putting green hard and it made an indentation in the green, make sure you fix it. Everybody else's ball is going to land on this green, and they're going to try to putt it on the most straightest line to get it into the hole. But if there's a bump, if there's a spike mark or some type of drag of the club or anything that you did and you didn't fix it, it's going to affect the other person's putt. So be aware of that etiquette. When you're on the green, even if the ball hits the green too, there's a divot. You want to fix that divot hole as much as possible. You want to just bring it nice and flat again, pat it down, and walk a little softer on the greens. Pick up your feet. Don't drag them, because it makes the line of somebody else's that's going to putt go off the line because of these things, okay? So if you're out there, you just started, or if you just need a refresh on this, please don't drag your feet on the green. Make sure you're maintaining that green nice and, as perfect as it can be, and just fix all the imperfections that you see on this green. It's the most important thing. It's a super good golf etiquette, okay? And on my rule, I think I said this, but I don't know if I corrected it. I'm going to correct it intensive. It's on the tee boxes. When you go pitch your tee and your ball, make sure that you're inside of the markers. There's 2 markers on each side. You have to be inside of those 2 markers, and there's a line that you have to be behind the markers. You can't be in front of it. You have to be behind the markers, okay? So if this is the line, right, let's put it like this, and the marker is right here, and the other marker is right here, and you have to put the ball behind the marker. You can't go past the markers, okay? So just place your ball in between the markers, not forward, back of them. And you have 2 club lengths from there. So you can go back, you just can't go past it. Okay? Inside of the markers, not in front of it, behind it, 2 club lengths. That's my rule. That's my etiquette.
All right, excellent, Miguel. Hey, I'm taking notes all day, every day. So jumping from the golf 101 with Miguel, we're gonna jump ahead to the DPW, which is W stands for World, and then it's a tour, obviously. So this weekend, the actual tour, everybody knows that the PGA tour is already done and over with. So now the European tour is on.
They got a fall. They got a
fall league, but
eight events in the fall. They already played
It's a
second.
little bit shaky for them. All right.
It's just
So
a catch up to get the first. So.
this is actually whenever the big ballers go out there to the European side and kind of play. This is the live kind of side, right?
I
Of
think
the
if
PGA.
they made a baby, the PGA and live, I guess the
Yeah,
DP
this
tour is what
so it's more concentrated on playing obviously than Europe. So in
yeah,
here,
they got 44 games a year.
that's correct. In here, Hidalgo Angel from Spain
Hidalgo,
actually won this tournament. They went
Spain
20
won.
holes. Yeah, they went 20 holes. It don't matter because the top 3 was from Spain, so somebody from Spain was going to win it. So it was top. Somebody from Spain was actually going to win this.
So Spain, all Spain's are.
Yeah, so they were actually playing for it and getting it. So to tell you the least, Hidalgo went to extra holes with John Rahm, even though they were saying that he was not going to play, that you got to pay penalties. You had all this drama going on all the way around, and on top of that, John Rahm just turned a father for the 3rd time. By the way, congratulations, John. So
popping them out there, buddy. Popping them out.
Having all this going on, having all this drama, win and live, and then he came in here and he took Hidalgo to like playoffs. So first one ended up in par. The second one is whenever Hidalgo got him with a birdie to actually win the Spain Open. So Miguel, what's going on? What is your take? Did you like it? Did you actually saw it? And what you saw about Hidalgo?
I did see it, but listen, that man, he better thank John Rahm. Because you can just, it's his first win, first spot. That last putt that he had to win, you can just see it. You could just see when the putter just like, and then he was like,
nervous.
bro, the dude is like this. And then he hit it, and then he went like his body kind of like.
It looked weird. It didn't look like a routine,
bro. And then he went like this, like, and then he like did it himself. As like, yeah, he just went totally in blank, bro. I've been in these situations that I'm there for 2 or 3.
It's whenever you feel it, bro. Your hands are sweating. You're
like, all I gotta do is do this, and don't do this, don't do this, don't do. All you gotta do is this. All you gotta do is this. Don't do this, don't do. And then all of a sudden, just you can just see it. He just went.
Yeah. He didn't want to mess it up. No.
So he better be happy that John Rahm didn't make another, or he was depending on it, because he had a second chance. And listen, and then they went to another extra hole, and thank God that he pulled that off, because that was going. Thank God it's a dream now, because it was going to be a nightmare for the rest of his life.
Oh yeah.
Thank God it's a dream now. Before it could have been a nightmare, daytime or night. He'd even have to go to bed before he would have thought about, man, I missed the opportunity of a lifetime. Because this is our opportunities of a lifetime for these guys, right? They're changing. So
no, obviously that's one part of it, and it was hard to see right there and then. A
lot of emotions from him.
A lot of emotion. Congratulations to him. He got one underneath his belt.
Shut up.
You can tell that was kind of like a luck. You can tell. Like he was really nervous. But anybody would have been nervous. Like for a first win, you gotta be nervous. Anyway, so he won. He won 835 points for the DPW rankings. The prize money was 494. Well, let's put it $500,000 of euros. Oh, euros. Yep. I'm sorry, euros or euros, right?
I want to say euros.
Yeah, euros, right? Euros. So I think it's euros. So and then John Rahm in the second, one is he got like 320 euros on that. So shout out to him. Shout out to the team. A couple more shout outs in here. It was pretty good. Fleetwood ended up third.
Yep.
Big names, just gonna call it big names right quick. So Fleetwood ended up third. Garcia, Herrera, Alfredo, another from Spain. The people from Spain, like there was one tied with like 4 people. Puig David, he was tied with like 5 actually more people for third place, and that's why yep. So it was pretty good. Patrick Reed and Hatton finished tied for 10th. I think that's the one that I got for my 3 picks. And then John Rahm that you had to ended up finish second. I have Fleetwood, which he finished third. So we was close in there. It was in a fight. We was definitely in the fight. Patrick Reed, I told you already, he finished 10, tied with Hatton. Let me see.
Remember, a lot of these guys have to play in these DP tours because they need at least 4 events to qualify for the Riders Cup. Just in case everybody want to know that too. You need 4 minutes. That's why a lot of people play these events. There's 44 in these events, but to qualify,
and to keep yourself in the race to Dubai.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be outstanding. Once again, it was great tournament out there in Spain. Definitely, I loved it. Loved the course out there in Club del Campo in Villa de Madrid. It's outstanding. So if you out there, people, my European people, if you out there, let us know, man. Let us know how that goes.
Oh, we go for you.
Yeah, we love it. Love how that turned out. It was pretty good. Actually, overall, I like the tournament. I like the concept. It's like I said, it's like basically it is actually a PGA, but out there in Europe. All right. With that being said, this is it for today. Let me go ahead and let y'all know. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for tuning into We Call Sports. If you love golf, please give it a chance. Every like, every share is greatly appreciated. Remember, we also have on Wednesday, we have We Call Football. On Thursday, we have We Call Sports, the main cast. And on Saturday, we got a Call Wrestling. And on Monday, Offshore. Of course, why not? Come with us. And we're going to talk about the tournament that just happened and the future tournaments. So We Call Golf. Come and check us out. Miguel, go ahead and take it off, man.
Well, like Nolo said, we call him so much sports that he even has it on his chest, ladies and gentlemen.
All day, every day. And we got it on green in the bottom.
So, I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Obviously, all we want to do is just keep on giving this content for all the golfers in the world, for all the becoming golfers in the world, for every people that, know about golf. Go out there, play the sports once, try it out, go to your local courses, take a lesson if you need to. Obviously, we're going to give you some information here. So, just thank you. Thank you for everybody.
Y'all already know what's up. Hey.
Somebody's closer.
Well, thank you for everything. Thank you for everything, everybody. This will conclude We Call Golf. And remember, if you have a hanger, just go to your closet and hang this up. Enjoy your night, ladies and gentlemen.